Hi, this is Mel. I hope all of you are doing awesome. Today I'm going to do a ghost story. So, Lena was highly intuitive. From childhood, Lena had the ability to see, hear, feel, sense any kind of supernatural thing, good or bad. So she could literally spot any ghost, demon, anything around her, and she was able to hear them, see them, feel them, sense their motive. So she used to go to school very early in the morning, around 7 a.m. School used to start around 8, so she used to leave from home for school around 6 because um, um, the school was about 2 miles away from home, and there was no bus, and this 2 mile walk is normal for most people back um, back a long time ago. Especially children, they walked along, even people walked along, and there were buses for schools, and these buses used to come from different areas where it's like 5 or 10 miles away, but for a mile or two, there was no school bus. So, like in US, if it's more than a mile, there is a bus. But if it's less than a mile, there is no bus. But in India, if it's less than like 5 miles, there is no bus. And if it's more than 5 or 10 miles, then there is bus. So people are kind of used to walking miles after miles to go to their work and go to their school and so most of the people were actually very active, unless the people became non-active in their adulthood, where when they stopped actually not doing the walking and not doing any outdoor chores and stuff, doing more sitting. So it's the time of now, like most people are working in computers and sitting down, and children are all the time on these stupid little gadgets, whatever their name, and just sitting down. So but way back, in my grandma's time, um, kids and grown-ups, they all used to walk a lot, and walking was a normal thing. So she would get out of home around 6 a.m., and then on the way she will call her two friends, and then three girls would go to the school, and then the school used to open up, the gate used to open up around 7 a.m. because the gatekeeper, she used to come. Sometimes it was a he, and sometimes there was a she, sometimes there's both. There were like two gatekeepers, so it's two alternate. So he or she, whoever was on duty, used to come around 7 a.m. and everybody showed up at their workplace or school pretty much way before time. So there was no issues with coming late or traffic jam and all this thing, because most of them walk. So only thing was jammed in the road was will be animals, like especially cows or bulls will be blocking the road. So people had to just somehow go in the sides and not to disturb these huge bulls or cows who just standing in the middle of the road, and they wouldn't move. They own the road. Anyway, so the three girls would go and they'll play in the back of the building, and the school building was donated by the king those days. So school building was pretty old. I mean, it was huge. So, and since it was a government building, there was not much money was coming to fix up. So a lot of the portions were actually broken up. It's those portions which were good, children used to study on that, and then the portion which is broken up, just had some broken chair tables or things like that, and there was nobody was going, so it was the back of the building. So the children, whoever wants to come early, and there were very few kids, like few of them who would come actually 7 o'clock when the school starts at 8. Most of them would show up around 7:30. So these three girls, they would just go and they would play in the back and run around. So one day Lena was going and she called her first friend, and first friend, her mommy said that she wasn't feeling good, so she was not gonna go to school. So then she went to call her second friend, and her mommy said that the second friend got hurt in her leg. It seems like she twisted her ankle, so she wasn't gonna go to school for a week. And so she went alone. She had no choice, gotta go to school. So she went alone. And when she went there, she went to the backyard to play. And then after a little bit playing, it wasn't fun playing alone. So she went to the classroom to drop her bag and secure her space for sitting. So as she went to all the way upstairs to classroom, the entire building was huge. There were probably upstairs, probably there were maybe 20 or 25 classrooms, and downstairs, same 20 or 25 classrooms. And then the third floor was the roof where the children went to play, and all the way to the first floor there was a huge patio where children did exercise when they came first thing in the morning. The school system at least reinforce the exercise thing. So first thing, when they came in the morning, they did the morning prayer, and then they had the PE, and they had it in the morning. So children did the PE, and then there were two classes, and then there were lunch. So as she went to drop her bag, and then she saw the back, there was a door in the classroom, there's a door in the front, one in the back, and the back door opens to a long balcony where children used to stand and look. So she saw in the balcony there was this sweeping lady. She was sweeping, and she had her head cover. This ladies in India, they put a cover on their head, and that is their tradition, to cover themselves up. So she put a head cover on her head, and she was sweeping. So Lena asked, like, oh, how did you get here? Did you come so early? I didn't see you. I thought nobody was there, only the gatekeeper lady was there. And she did not say anything. She keeps sweeping. So Lena just stood there. As she was standing there, she somehow felt like drawn to her to like go and talk to her. So she went in front of her to talk to her, that how did you get, well, she was sweeping, she wasn't looking. So as she tried to peek at the lady's face, and her heart just stopped, because she saw there was no face. The cloth was on the head, as if she's sweeping and she's wearing the sari, but there were no real face. Like the cloth was on the blank, and on the dispensing on the air. There's no face. There is no face, but the hand was sweeping. So she felt very spooky, and she came down. And while she's coming down, she felt like something was like a wind following her. And she came down, and she went near the gate where the gatekeeper lady was there, and she sat down, and she was deep breathing. So gatekeeper lady asked her, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Did the lady who sweeps, she came, she's sweeping." And then the gatekeeper said that no, the sweeper does not come before 8, because 8 o'clock she clocks in. And she said, as a jokingly, the sweeper doesn't have to play in the backyard, that she'll come at 7 o'clock. So First thing she does is when she comes to work, she goes in the nearby stall and gets her tea, and she gets her tea and tea for the gatekeeper lady. And they will sit down and drink the tea and finish it before 8 a.m. so they can start their work. Selena was very surprised and she didn't feel good whole day, and then she fell sick, and then she went home. After that she was sick in bed for a week until she got better. So this was a little true ghost story. I hope you like it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll see you with many more. Bye bye.